I'm about to expose the whole music industry. Is that a good way to start? Is my engagement gonna go up? You see all these producers with these gold and platinum and billboard plaques? Well, guess what? They're buying them. They're buying them. Look, I just bought one. And let me explain why in one short sentence producers are buying these plaques. Because physical things cost money. I'll explain how this works in greater detail, but let me start with this. I think everybody should celebrate their wins however they want to. For me, I won't personally ever pay for a plaque or any type of award that isn't some sort of officially verified certification. The highest level would be a Grammy. The second highest level would be an RIAA plaque. And then after that, you have the official Billboard plaque, Spotify plaques, Apple plaques. I knew of a rapper who bought millions of fake YouTube views. Then he bought himself a weird plaque commemorating all of his YouTube views. So God bless him, but it's not for me. I'm not here to expose or even talk about those people. They're probably somewhere being very sad right now. I want to talk about the official plaques that you see producers getting for these hit songs, hit albums. So here's the kind of ugly truth about how these official RIAA plaques work. First of all, what's the RIAA? The RIAA is the Recording Industry Association of America. Did I say that? As you can see from their website, the RIAA is a trade organization that blah, 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 blah. They represent the music industry at the highest level. So major labels for the most part. For example, right now they are currently on behalf of the major labels, Universal Music Group, Sony Music Group, Warner Music Group. There used to be a lot more. Right now they are representing the big three in a lawsuit against AI platforms, Suno, Udio, Udio, however the fuck. Let me just get to the video. So what they're really well known for are their certifications. They established this program in 1958 to measure the commercial success of a sound recording and to honor artists. Their levels are gold, which is 500,000 units sold, platinum, 1 million units sold, diamond, 10,000 units sold. Going diamond is rare. Songs like See You Again by Wiz Khalifa or Old Town Road, those go diamond. But of course, 1958 was a long ass time ago and things have changed. Everything's digital now, everything's on the internet. And that becomes very important. Now here's how the process works for getting a plaque yourself. Number one, you need a placement on a project that performs incredibly well, right? When I got my very first gold plaque back in 2008, it was because I was on the Young Jeezy album and that sold 500,000 physical copies pretty quickly, which put the album at gold. Now it's at platinum many years later when they finally audited it. What do I mean by auditing? With streaming, things change, right? So according to the RIAA, they've retrofit their system to account for streaming. And basically 1,500 on-demand audio or video streams amounts to an entire album sale. So 10 track sales. Divide 1,500 by 10, you get 150, which means for a single sale, 150 on-demand streams of a song amounts to one sale for that single song, and 1,500 amounts to a sale for the entire album, the whole body of work. Regardless, what has to happen first is the RIAA has to audit to make sure that these sales are all legitimate. They have to count the sales and then they report back. Now, this is how the auditing works. The cost of an RIAA audit depends on whether you are a member company or a non-member. So member companies, for example, a major record label, they pay $350 per certification with bulk discounts available. I'm sure they're waiting for multiple albums to amass a bunch of streams in order to get that bulk discount so they can audit a bunch of projects all at once. Non-members pay $100 extra. Independent artists, even an unsigned artist, theoretically could go gold or platinum. So then the RIAA will audit whether or not those streams, those sales, those views are legitimate. They count them up and then they certify the single or the album gold, platinum, or diamond. Of course, there's 2 times platinum, 3 times platinum, up until 10, at which point it becomes diamond. When I'm on a project that has gotten audited and has been certified gold, platinum, or diamond, this is where the real fun starts. Have you ever been in the TSA line and they're just digging through your bags, tearing all your shit up, screaming at you to hurry up? You don't have your shoes on. You don't know where your phone is. You're scared because you might have lost your boarding pass, but you got 5 security guards that probably haven't eaten lunch and it's already 4 p.m. screaming in your face with nasty ass TSA breath. It's about that fun. Because you have to figure out who's in charge of the project at the label and you have to reach out to them and say, hey, I'm on this album. It was just certified gold. I saw that it was certified gold because I had to manually search the RIAA's database. This song I produced is certified gold. Then I have to ask the person at the label. Then I have to make sure that the label actually approved of a plaque to be made, because oftentimes they're waiting for the artist to get theirs first. There's a reason why no one's gotten a plaque for for a certain project that I was on because the rapper is currently incarcerated, so none of us are getting our plaques until he gets his. Sometimes they want custom designs and we have to wait for those to get completed. Sometimes they're waiting for a gold record to become platinum, so they're waiting for that to happen. Then once it's approved, you have to ask the label people, whoever they are, which manufacturing company they've actually contracted to make these plaques. Only 3 companies that I know of, and I've only ever worked with 2 ever in my entire career, are actually licensed to create RIAA plaques. I'll show you when I open this one. There's a very specific RIAA hologram on the plaque. That's how you know it's actually real. Then you have to reach out by yourself to these plaque manufacturers and say, hey, I'm on this album. I'd like to order a plaque. They ask you to prove that you were on the album. Nowadays, thankfully, it's a little easier because you can just go to the Spotify credits. I'm just going to use this song from last year as an example since that's what I showed earlier. View credits, produced by DJ Pain 1. Okay, cool. I can show this to the plaque manufacturers and say, hey, that's me. And then I either have my choice of which plaques to purchase, or if the label said, no, we only want this one particular design to be issued for the sake of continuity and consistency and aesthetics, whatever else they have on their minds, then I have to purchase that one. And they're probably going to opt for a really expensive one. These aren't secrets. It's just that if you've never been through this process, you probably have no idea what it involves. So I've gotten a couple plaques from them. They're one of the 2 or 3 companies that can actually create authentic standard chart awards and RIAA awards. And their prices are listed here. So if the label allows me to get whatever design I want, for the most basic of plaques, you can expect to pay around $300. And that price goes up every damn day. I mean, every time you go grocery shopping, prices are up. I know a lot of producers say, well, these should be free because I worked on the project. Sometimes they are. Sometimes you can put that in an agreement. I've known producers who have put that into an agreement. That's providing that your lawyer thinks it's wise and the label actually agrees to it. It's like when you go to a frame shop and ask to get a family photo, a wedding photo, a poster, whatever it is. Ask them to frame a large piece of art. It's going to cost money. It's probably going to cost around $100 plus. So it makes sense that a plaque with a printed metal nameplate, with an official RIAA hologram on it, with a copy of the album that's been certified, would cost something. As much as I would love the labels to pay for these, I understand, I guess, why they don't, because consider that for any album, there may be 30 songwriters involved, sometimes more. We talked about the Big Sean album on the last podcast, and there were like 50 some odd producers involved. It's a lot of people, and if they sample, that's even more songwriters getting involved. And there are A&Rs, there are managers, there are features, there are all types of additional players, PDs, MDs, DJs involved in supporting this project to make it a success. If labels aren't even paying producers on time for the beats that went on projects that have already dropped, you expect them to buy plaques for every major and minor player involved in the project out of the goodness of their multi-billion-dollar corporate hearts. My very first plaque was for Jeezy the Recession. That was back during the days of physical sales. It went gold, then it went platinum later on, probably with the help of streams. My most recent RIAA certification, which still hasn't been approved yet, likely because 1, that label has experienced a lot of layoffs recently, and 2, because we're waiting for the audit as the song is likely platinum, not just gold anymore. That was a track I produced, but 4 other RIAA certifications I got being a loop maker. Seriously, that's what a lot of producers are doing these days. I personally think it's easier than ever to get a plaque. Let me explain why. I didn't say it was easy. I said it was easier. Speaking of loop makers, I didn't say this. It's my birthday weekend. As I'm filming this video, my birthday party, I'm having a birthday party tomorrow. So getting the plaque was kind of like a gift to myself, but I want to give you a gift. So I've been dropping a lot of sample packs, drum kits. They average around $30 each. I want to give you 3 free ones. So I put 4 together for the price of 1. As you're watching this is my birthday weekend. So I'm going to let this deal ride for a few days. What I put in there are my 2 most recent Damn That Hurt kits, volume 5 and volume 6. Also my 2 most recent soul sample packs. One of them is Fire Starters. And this pack, Fire Starters alone, contains 255 files and over 2 gigabytes of samples and drums in it. You know, the whole thing is over 4 gigs of samples. And then I'm also including High Society too. So the link to that bundle is below. If you want it, please get it right away. One, it's like a birthday gift to me. Two, it's like a birthday gift to you, even if it's not your birthday. And three, because I would be crazy to not delete this within a couple days of it dropping, because that price is just ridiculous. So if you do get that, thank you so much. So why did I say that getting plaques today is easier than it's ever been? Well, producing has become really collaborative. Think of a song like Great Gatsby by Rod Wave, which is probably my favorite rap song of the last year. Look at all the different songwriters, look at all the different producers. Many of them are the same. They're just, different names. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And everyone plays a role in this. It was like a band situation. Geo Vocals was on that. You can hear her voice throughout the track. Flex on the track, I believe, played the piano. And that track went platinum. So that means all of them get a plaque. And here's the other reason why it's easier to get a plaque nowadays. To me, it's like the one good thing to come out of streaming. Remember, 150 on-demand streams of a song or a music video are equivalent to one single sale, which means if you're a super fan, right, and you put this song on your playlist, you're listening to that song every day, even if you're listening to it on the way to work every single day, and you listen to that throughout the year, in just 5 months, you've streamed that equivalent to one sale. Anything beyond that, you are basically buying the song again, even though you as the consumer are not paying for it. So think about way back, if you're old enough to remember buying a CD. When you buy a CD, whether it's an album or a single, you really only buy that once. There's no point in going and buying the same CD multiple times. If you listen to your favorite song 300 times, then you've bought that song twice. And so if somebody, like a song like Great Gatsby, I could listen to that song 300 times. And I know a lot of people just have playlists of their favorite songs and they just run through that playlist over and over again. Maybe it's in the background all day because they're not paying for it. Everyone has their phones, everyone has their devices. So some people are actually, in terms of the RIAA sales equivalent system, buying the same album over and over and over again. And that means those sales, those streams count towards these RIAA certifications. So in a way, streaming is a good thing. So let's do this. As I open this plaque, I'm going to tell you a crazy story. So number one, I didn't know this album went gold or platinum. I believe it was either Business Boy or Cardiac because they produced on the same project. My track was a collab with Mike Will and Mars. I had already gotten the gold, so now I wanted to get the platinum plaque. And I'm like, they haven't sent me a tracking number or a confirmation or anything. And then I get a DM. Oh, come on, man. So I get this DM from a producer who's far more famous than me, a multi-Grammy winning producer. Leave a comment if you can guess who it is. In that DM, there's a photo of my plaque with my name on it and everything. Cover up my actual address. You can see here, they shipped my damn plaque to a producer who literally doesn't have the wall space for another plaque. Thankfully, it was someone I knew. The producer community is very small. He sent it back and then they sent it back to me. They should have just let him send it to me directly. But now I have it. And so this is my third platinum record. And once the RIAA gets its shit together, number 4 is on the way. So I wanted to share that with you. This was an official unboxing. I thought that was special. We're all friends now. If you really want to make it special, then, buy me a birthday gift in the form of buying yourself a birthday gift and get that birthday bundle. If you don't want to spend money, you can't spend money. You do want to get me a birthday gift, subscribe, like the video, share the video, leave a comment. All of that stuff costs you nothing and helps me quite a lot. So thank you for watching. Much success to you. Peace.